We're gonna take our feet nice and wide, and I'm just gonna have us begin to shift our weight from side to side. So I'm just gonna begin to shift my weight towards one side and then the other. I'm just bending one of my knees as I go. Good. And I'm just gonna start to push my arms back as I shift from side to side. Good, so it's press and press. Good, and press and press. Good, just shifting my weight from one hip to another, feeling maybe a little stretch in that inner thigh as I go. Not worrying about how far back or how far down I'm going in my lunge. I'm just shifting my weight from side to side. I'm gonna start to push my arms out to the side, just waking up those shoulders. So I'm gonna push out and out and out and out. Good. And not worrying about the choreography, not worrying about the coordination here. Just think about all your joints starting to warm up, get a little bit softer, a little bit more alive. Nice. 2 more, press. We're gonna start to push overhead. Here we go. Push up and up and up and up. Good, so I'm pushing up every time I sink down into my hips and sink. Good, and sink. Yes, for 8 and 7, 6, 5. We're gonna stop and hold on one of the sides. I'm gonna go to my left. Here we go, stopping to my left. I'm gonna hold to my left, good. Take right hand to my thigh and I'm gonna open up my chest all the way open to that left side, reach and stretch. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm just gonna shift and push it open. Shift and push it open. Give yourself time to feel this, no rush. So I'm shifting my weight and opening up towards that same side. Good, allowing that torso to take a little twist as I go. We have 5. Deep breaths every time. 4. Connecting into that breathing. 3, 2. Good, last one, come through center. We're gonna take a big circle with those arms, sweeping the arms up and sweeping down. Bending my knees at the bottom like I'm gathering up and circling down. Good. Just letting my breath extend into every little corner of the body. So I'm trying to breathe all the way down into my heels, all the way up into my fingertips. Next time I come up, I'm gonna open my arms and just turn to one side. And then repeat on the other side. Sweeping up, and then just turning the other way. So incorporating those rotations again, letting those ribs move. Inhale, twisting, finding a little bit of that rinse in the torso. Very nice. One more time each side. And then we're gonna find our way to our chair right away. So I'm gonna use a set of hand weights in my hands just for a little extra challenge. And I'm gonna do a little standing up to sitting down just to get everything warmed up and going. So I'm gonna hold my weights in my hands. They're gonna squeeze at my chest. Parallel hips with distance with those feet. Take a nice deep breath in. I'm gonna begin to push through my legs and stand all the way up to the top. And then hinge right back down, finding my weight in my butt. Coming up and coming right back down. Coming up and coming right back down. Good. If coming all the way down to sit in that chair is not feeling good for any reason, hips, knees, ankles, low back, good. I just want you to come down to hover and just think of this as a squat. That's it. So no need to sit all the way down if you don't want to. There we go. Pressing all the way up and all the way back down. Think about wrapping the shoulders open nice and wide. And again, trying to coordinate your press with your breath. Thinking about exhale as your power breath. Sending that energy out, using that force, engaging the muscles. And inhale as your time to kind of recoup. So anytime you're wondering when you should breathe, start there. Exhale when it's hard, inhale when it's less hard. Good, so I'm gonna use my exhale as I stand up. That's when I wanna use that power. Great, next time we stand up, I'm gonna bring my right foot off the floor. It's gonna be right side every time. Good, so as I push up, my right foot floats off the ground. Now as a challenge, as you sink down, see what happens if you think about putting as little weight in your right foot as possible. Maybe you just put your ball of your foot on the ground as you sink down. Keep listening to the body. Good. Keep checking in. And just notice if you have a little bit more in ya. Good. Maybe you try that little ball of the foot resting. And then notice when you don't, if you start to lose connection to that breath or lose connection to your form, maybe you want to set your foot all the way back down. We have 3 more just pushing off this left leg. 2 more. And last one, we're just going to switch it right on over to that other side. Pressing up, left foot leaves the ground. Good, I'm going to do a couple where I put my left foot all the way down in between. Good. Free weights at the chest is just adding to your level of difficulty. So you just added a little extra body weight for your legs to push. Good, I'm gonna continue on here, maybe putting my left foot less down on the ground. That's it, I'm resting the ball of my foot as I come up and down. You're really feeling that push, that power from that right leg. Yes, we're gonna take 6. And 5. That's it. And 4. 3. Almost there. 2. That's it, guys. Last one. Sit down to the chair, take your feet wider than your hips, maybe even wider than your mat. You're gonna extend your arms down by your sides. We're gonna take a bicep curl and stand all the way up tall. This is gonna feel kind of like a sumo squat. Rising up and then rising back down. Rising up and rising right back down. That's it. Because we've added this little bicep curl, I'm trying my best to keep my torso as upright as possible. Good. And allowing for just the smallest bit of that hinge to come in to allow me to get up. Nice. That's it. We have 4 more just like this. And then rather than putting in a single leg variation, I'm gonna have us hold at the bottom of the squat. So here we go. Next time you're on your way down, I'm gonna come about maybe 3/4 of the way down and hold. I'm gonna reset my chest just a little bit more lifted. My hands are coming in front of my thighs. I'm gonna go right into just a squat bicep curl. Just hold my legs as I start to curl my weights. Pressing down into those heels. Depending on how the body is feeling today, maybe you stay exactly where you are, or maybe you sink just a little lower in the legs. Good. Nice and controlled through those arms. That's it. We have another 6 of these bicep curls, so stay with. 6, 5, 4, that's it. 3, 2, we're gonna change up what those arms are doing. The next time they come down, they're just gonna stop halfway down. I'm gonna start to push my weights forward and then pull back. So it's a little bicep tray. I'm staying where I am in my legs for now. Push and pull. As I push forward, I wanna continue to think about my bicep doing the work. So rather than pushing my arms all the way to straight, I'm thinking about keeping a little bit of soft bend in my elbow and trying to find that same bicep connection as I push my arms forward. Good. That's it. Pushing it forward, pulling it back. Activate those back muscles by dragging those elbows back. 3 more. 2 more. Now we're gonna hold the arms forward. Maintain a little bit of bend in those arms. You're gonna push your arms up as you dip your hips down. So it's gonna be a push up and a push up. Good, so I'm pushing up into those weights as I sink my hips down. We have 10 of these only. Little slow pulses here, pushing up from those biceps. Pushing up from those biceps, good. We have 5. And 4. And 3. Last 2. One more. Woo, come all the way up to standing, great. We're gonna go into a single arm bicep curl. I'm gonna choose to double up my weights. Depending on what you know about your body, maybe you just do a single weight only. Okay, so one arm, it's my right arm. Face towards your chair. I'm gonna have you stand on your left, and I'm gonna have you bring your right foot to the top of your chair here. Excellent. Roll shoulders down and back, and we're gonna stand up nice and tall. I'm gonna have you start to just take that single arm bicep curl. Just let your foot rest to your chair. And in a moment, we're gonna start to challenge our balance. Curling that single arm up. We have 8 of these. So again, if you've doubled up the weights and you're doing extra weight, we have just 4 more. 4. That's it. 3. 2. Beautiful. Here's second set of 8. Every time I curl my weights up, I'm gonna lift my foot. And then put it right back down. Good, little lift. And put it right back down. This does not have to be a high kick. You do not have to even extend your leg. All I want you to do is just test your balance on that left side. Here's 4. Yes. Think about drawing up those low abs. 3. So trying to draw navel up towards your ribs in 2. Good, last one, hold, arm and leg up. Good, you're gonna do an overhead press. Press that right arm up for 10. For 9. If at any time you need to rest that little right foot down to your chair, go for it. See if you can hold that foot lifted. We have 5. We have 4. That's it. 3. 2. Very nice. Last one. From here, right foot comes back behind you, and I'm going to allow my heel to just come down towards the floor. Bring my double free weight or single free weight down towards the ground, tip my hips up, and I'm coming into a single arm row, pulling my elbow back towards my side. Good, you have your chair there, so if you need to put fingertips on it, go for it. Otherwise, find this nice little upright lunge, stationary lunge. My heels are down on both feet. And I'm trying to really anchor into both legs as I take this narrow row, squeezing that elbow back. Exhale, pull. Exhale, pull. Yes. Dragging that elbow back towards my rib cage, thinking about drawing shoulder blades lightly together. Whew, I'm really feeling my left leg as well. Bonus. Good, let's take 2 more. Great, last one. Now we're gonna put these things together. So I'm gonna hold my row here for a moment, draw shoulder blades together. I'm gonna take just a little pulse back through my elbow, up for 10, up for 9, up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's where the change comes in. 4, 3, I'm gonna go right back into that overhead press, and I'm gonna draw my right knee back into my chest. Just stand up nice and slow, bring my weights towards my shoulder. I'm bringing my right knee up towards my chest as I push my weights up. Remember, chair is there if you wanna put your foot down. And then I'm gonna bring myself right back down, elbows pinned to my side as I come back down into my lunge. Repeat that. Push from my left leg, send my arms up, send my knee up, and then send it right back down. I just hold my elbow right by my side. Good. Pushing those arms up, and then stepping it on back. That's it, pushing those arms up. And then reaching and stepping back. Elbow just stays pinned to my side. I'm taking that nice hip hinge. Good. Last little add-on here. I'm gonna extend my arm at the bottom. Here we go, extend my arm at the bottom, bend my elbow as I come all the way up and push. Extend my arm at the bottom, find that nice lunge, and then push those weights all the way up. Whew, we have 6. And right on up. Good, tilting that tailbone up towards the sky as you find that lunge. So you really engage that nice neutral spine, keep that chest lifted, even though you're pointing those collarbones down towards the ground a little bit. And right back up. We got 2 more. Down and on up. Last one, down and on up. And set that foot all the way on down. Shall we do the other side? I think so. Let's go ahead and take the weights into the left hand. Again, facing up and towards your chair. This time, I'm gonna place my left toe on to the chair. And we're gonna come into that bicep curl. Here we go. Curling the weights up and down. Curling the weights up and down. So we have 2 sets of 8. First set, your foot is just resting to your chair. I want you to use this moment to think about really lifting and engaging the muscles of your standing leg. Even though you have the assistance of the chair in front of you, push down through your feet, squeeze your bottom thigh, engage your butt cheek. We got 2 more of these bicep curls. And then 1 more. Next set of 8, we float the foot every time you curl up. And you put it right back down. Float the foot and right back down. So knee and arm are coordinated here. They're both doing the same thing. Everybody's lifting, everybody's lowering. Everybody's lifting, everybody's lowering. See if you can draw navel actively in towards spine as you bring knee up. Yes, you are gonna feel some things in the front of your hip. Yes, you're gonna feel your thigh. Try to find at least a little bit of that low ab connection. Activate and make it happen. 2 more. Now we're gonna take thigh up and hold. We have that overhead press. Pressing up for 10. Woo, pressing up for 9. Again, keep connected to that standing leg. 8. I'm thinking about a really strong connection between my bottom heel and my top hand. So as I push my arms up, I'm trying to root my foot down into the floor even more. Woo, we got 4 more. That's it. 3. Good, that's it. Last 2. We're gonna bring ourselves down into that lunge next and come into that row. So I'm gonna step my left foot back behind me, send my heel to the floor, and reach my weights down to the mat as well. Tip the tail up. Start to draw that arm back for the row. Feel free to do both or just one of your arms. Whatever allows you to connect in to those mid-back muscles. Whew, good. If your calf was getting a little bit tight on the first side, this is a really nice moment to stretch it. I'm feeling a super deep stretch in my left calf right now. So I'm trying to push my heels actively down into the floor, draw my elbows back, and then just keep breathing. Nice and narrow with that row, just gliding those arms right by your sides. We've got 3 and 2. Now just hold those elbows back, draw navel to spine a little bit more, hug those shoulder blades around your spine. Small pulses up or back with your back elbow for 10, 9, 8, 7. We're coming into that little combo next. We're gonna be sending the weights all the way up and pulling left knee to chest. 3, 2, 1. Here it comes. Start to push those weights all the way up. Send your knee up into your chest, or maybe you just rest your foot to your chair and then send your foot back to your lunge. I'm going to keep my elbow pinned to my side as I come back down. Good. Pushing right on up. So first half of the set, I'm just going to keep my elbows pinned for now, just working those mid-back muscles. And as we come into that second half, we'll extend the arm at the bottom. Use this as a moment to really think about what your hips are doing. As you step back into your lunge, you're pulling that right hip back, squaring off towards your chair. As you come up, low abs lift, knee comes to chest, arm reaches up. Good, this is our last one, plain and simple. Next time we step back, I'm gonna have you extend your arm at the bottom, reaching down towards the inside of your foot. And as you step all the way up, that's when you pull the elbow in and then push those weights right on up. Here we go. Step it back, reach those weights down. Pulling it up, Send those weights to the sky. Reach it on down. Almost there, guys. And coming right back up. So good. We have just 3 more here. Shaking everything out. Here's 2. Good. Give me 1 more knee to chest. Last one. And then set those feet down. Okay, we're gonna come down to the mat next here. Small kneeling section. So feel free to grab a towel or a pillow or double up your mat as you need. Zip up through your middle. I'm gonna take my side arm here. I'm gonna find a little forearm position out on my chair. Top leg is gonna extend and just rest to the mat. And I'm gonna begin to take an overhead tricep. So I'm gonna bring my arm slightly forward of my body, bend and stretch as if I was bringing the head of the free weight towards my forehead. Good. At the same time that I'm allowing my arm to bend and stretch, I'm really thinking about trying to root my top shoulder down my back. Good. Think about your top elbow making contact with a wall, and you're trying to push that elbow against a wall. So rather than letting the arm move at the top, we're gonna try to keep that elbow super stable as we bend and stretch. Okay, next time we extend the arm, we're gonna add a leg lift. Extend, lift, and then bend. Extend, lift, and bend. Beautiful, so we got arms, core, and a little bit of hips going on. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Good, 4 more. Again, keep thinking about wrapping that chest open. 3. We got last 2. Good, now last one, hold the arm and leg. We're gonna begin a little torso twist. So I'm gonna thread my weight underneath my body. I'm gonna rotate, keep my leg where it is. And as I extend, I'm gonna stretch my arm back on up towards the sky. Good. So my foot is my anchor point, and I'm rotating on top of it. If at any time you wanna ditch that free weight and just get rid of it, please be my guest. If you wanna put your foot down, that's another option. So just keep checking in with the body, keep making those choices. That's it, we have 5. Really thinking about, again, using that breathing where it gets tough. I'm using my inhale as I twist, exhale as I come back up. 2 more, inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale, and then come all the way on up. Put that weight down off to the side. All right, little moment in between sides here. Go ahead and find yourself back up onto your feet. First plank of the day. Hands can wrap around the outside or plant on top, depending on what kind of chair you've got. And we're gonna step those feet back behind you and hold. Beautiful. So I've chosen to lift us up on this chair. We're gonna be moving our legs around a little bit, and I find it's a little easier on that lower back, and you can really connect into that, strengthen the arms and the core a little easier. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pull right knee towards my chest, and then set it right back down. I'm gonna pull right knee towards my right elbow, and put it right back down. Repeat, knee to chest, right side, and then knee towards right elbow. Beautiful. So I'm pulling knees directly in front of me and then out to my right. Keep pressing actively through those arms. Exhale, use that nice core connection every time you draw that knee towards chest. Exhale. Whew, we've got 1 more each side. And then we're gonna go directly into the left. So here we go, left knee comes to the chest. And then left knee comes to the left elbow. Good, so just pushing the endurance a little bit. We are coming back down onto the knees into the other side of that tricep. That's it, pull knee to chest, exhale. Exhale. There we go, we've got 3 and 2, good guys. 1 more, And then step those feet back to give yourself a nice little stretch there. Good. All right, so we got the other side of that tricep and side body exercise. I'm gonna pad up my knees and then just pick one of my free weights. Right arm coming down to my chair, whichever arm you have not done yet, and extend that opposite leg out to the side. I have weight gently down into my forearm. I'm gonna lift and open my chest, start with my foot resting to the floor, and I'm gonna bring my arm up. Good. Before we do bend and stretch, I want you to take a moment to think about just plugging that left shoulder in and down your side. Hold it there, and then begin to bend and stretch your elbow. For my body, it helps to think about the head of the weight coming towards my forehead. That just allows me not to get too far back with my top arm. Inhale, exhale. This one does require quite a bit of stabilizing in your top shoulder. So again, the image of trying to push the back of your arm, your tricep or your elbow against a wall can be a really nice grounding moment and allows you to connect to the back of that arm just a little easier. Good, we're gonna start to add that extension or lift of the top leg. Next time you extend the arm, lift the leg. There we go, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So actively pushing down into that bottom forearm. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. That's it. We got 4. And 3. Keep drawing navel to spine. See if you can imagine being in between 2 panes of glass. Next time the arm is lifted, hold. We're gonna take that rotation, leg stairs where it is. Arm threads through underneath your side body, and then push down through your arm and your leg to extend right back up. I'm gonna let my eyeballs follow my weight. So I'm really making sure I'm getting my full rotation. Keep listening to your neck. Good, you can always stop and just keep your nose pointing down towards your chair. You have the option to get rid of your weight. You also have the option to put your leg down as we finish these last 5. Last 4. Keep reaching and stretching. 3. That's it, last 2. You got it. One more time. And resting those legs all the way down. Excellent, excellent. We're gonna reset our chair and come up lying all the way down onto the back. Weights are nearby, but you don't need them yet. Excellent. We're gonna extend the legs fully and rest the edge of your ankle on the edge of your chair. We're gonna come right into a little bit of bridging. The first set is gonna be long-legged bridge. So I want you to, again, connect to that feeling of plank here. Arms are down by your sides. Deep breath, squeeze the tush, engage navel to spine. Begin to rise those hips up and hold. Squeeze the booty, push those arms down on into the floor. Good, we're just gonna hold and breathe. Again, imagining we're doing a plank right here. Check out the connection of your ribs towards your hips. Just trying to make sure that we're not in a back bend type position here. Rather than thinking about jacking your hips up really, really high, I want you to just focus on pushing your heels and your hands down into the floor. Keep connecting to that core. Keep floating the ribs down the front. Keep pulling up underneath those low abs. Yes, we are still holding. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. We have 5. We have 4. We're gonna start a small pulse through those hips in 3, 2, 1. Just begin to take a little squeeze through the glutes to pulse the hips up and up. Again, less excited about how high your hips are going, more excited about how much you're pushing down into those limbs. So you're gonna feel your entire length of your hamstring here down the back of your leg, pressing up. Small pulse up. Again, looks so simple. Feels very different. Exhale, press. Exhale, press. We have 5. We have 4. We have 3. Keep breathing here. 2, 1. Lower the hips all the way down. Take a tiny scooch towards your chair so that you can plant your feet on top. So it's either the arches or your heels, but either way, your legs are bent. Deep breath in, find that same bridge. So pressing gently up with those hips. Again, we're gonna take a hold. This time the legs are bent, no matter where you have your feet planted. Hold and breathe. Keep pressing down through those feet. Keep pressing down through those arms. Again, check in with the core, making sure you're not doing a back bend. Connect ribs towards hips. Use your legs, use those hamstrings to push the hips up. Easy neck. We're gonna take those same pulses again. Keep holding for another 10 seconds though. Ooh, isometric holds here. The real deal. Keep imagining you could try to pull your heels towards your hips. And then here we go. We're ready for those small pulses. Push down through the feet, down with the arms to pulse the hips up for 10. Pulsing up 9. Pulsing up 8. Pulsing up 7. 6. That's it. 5. We put those hips down briefly in 4. 3. 2, 1, and lower those hips all the way down. Good, we're gonna do a combination of the two here. I'm gonna extend my right leg and push it gently down to the edge of my chair. My left foot stays the same. Exhale, press up and hold. I'm pushing actively down with my long leg. I'm pushing actively down with my bent leg. Keep strong in my arms. I'm gonna do an alternating leg lift here. So I'm gonna start with my long leg first. I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna push it all the way down, and then I'm gonna lift my tabletop leg into my chest. Woo, alternating leg lifts here. Up and down, and up and down. That's it. So using that long leg, and then using the bent leg. Beautiful, guys. We're switching to the other side in 4 more. Can you use your arms even more? Can you lower your hips a little bit, but push down into your feet and into your bottom leg and in your arms even more? We have 1 more on this side. And gently rest those hips down. Set your right foot to the top, left leg goes long. Go ahead and bridge it on up. Hold. Continue to think about pulling your chair towards you with your own legs. Hold, and then continue with that single leg lift. Alternating, long leg, and then bent leg. Lifting long leg, lifting bent leg. Whoo, keep breathing here. Keep pulling your chair towards you. 4 more sets. We're gonna set those hips down. 3 more sets. Can you draw navel to spine a little bit stronger? Use those arms a little bit, with a little bit more power. Here's 2. And in. Last one. Up. And in. Set those hips down. Good. Take your feet a little wider than your mat. Give yourself a quick side to side. This time, no bridging. It's gonna be a little bit of work for the abs. Hands come gently behind my head. On my exhale, I'm gonna lift through my chest. Find that lift up through my rib cage. From here, I'm gonna set my feet on the edge of the chair. My legs are starting with a small bit of bend in them. On my exhale, I'm gonna pull my knees towards my chest. Exhale. And then inhale, I'm gonna lay my legs all the way down, let them rest to the chair. Exhale, reset. Pull those legs in, and then reach and let them rest. Pulling in, and reach and let them rest. You'll find that if you can let the weight of your legs actually come to rest on your chair, it's gonna make it even a little bit more challenging. So it seems like you're taking a break in between, but in reality, you are giving your body even more challenge to actually engage those muscles again. Whew, picking up the full weight of your legs each time. I'm trying to let my legs feel as heavy as possible. And that's not very difficult because my legs are feeling very heavy. Heavy legs down there. That's it. Big bones. Trying to pull those legs in towards me. I have 4. And pull. Good. Trying to draw up through those low abs. 3. And set them down. I've got 2. Next time, thighs are coming towards me, I hold them there. Good, I'm gonna take those 10 lifts through my chest. Exhale, lift 10. Exhale, 9. Exhale, 8. Exhale, 7. So my chest is taking that small lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. I'm gonna tap one of my heels to my chair and then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. If this feels better to extend your leg, give yourself a little bit more challenge, go for it. Either way, you're just picking one heel and reaching it towards your chair as you switch. We have 10. 9, can you let your head rest a little heavier down into your hands? We have 4. 3, hug knees to chest in 2, 1, and hug those knees into your chest. Good, give yourself a nice big hug. Rock and roll side to side. And take a final little plank series here. This is where your free weights come into play. I'm gonna take a single free weight and just prep it by the left-hand side of my mat. This is our first plank from the floor. So let's take a moment to just step back, clean and simple. I have both feet to my mat, or I have both knees to my mat. So again, options, always available. Great. Holding and breathing. Good, holding and breathing. Excellent. Keep spiraling those triceps in. Keep lengthening my head long. Good. I'm gonna be picking up this free weight and I'm gonna open up into a side plank. So I'm gonna take this from my feet first and then we'll go through it on the knees just in case you wanna try that option. I'm gonna begin to shift my weight towards my right arm, pick up my left free weight. I'm gonna roll over to the side of my feet and extend my arm all the way up. Good, I'm gonna bring my free weight down to my mat. I'm gonna square off, both hands from my mat, and I'm gonna hold. Good, repeat that again. We'll show you on the knees. Knees are down, I pick up my free weight, and I'm just gonna rock all the way over onto my knees, opening it up. Set my free weight down, both hands find the mat, square myself off. Whew, so you pick your poison. Good, begin to rock those heels over, grab the weight and extend up. Again, grabbing the weight is optional. You can do this entire series with no weight at all. Rock it over, opening up to that same side every time. Good news, this is where we finish. Rocking towards the front. And again, maybe you're not even picking up the free weight at all. Perhaps you're just extending your arm towards the sky. Whatever version you're doing, we have one more on this side. Bringing it right back down, we go directly to the left. So I'm gonna shift my my heels towards my left. Grab my free weight, open it up. With control, bring that free weight back down, reset my body. Good, I'll do it on the knees, rock it over, grab that free weight, bring it open. Bringing that free weight down and rock towards my knees. All the options in the world. Rotate towards my left. Weight comes to the ground. 4 more and we child's pose and we are done. Open for 4. Bring it on down. That's it, open for 3. Push away from that bottom hand as you reach the top one up towards the sky. Last 2, keep making your choices that are best for you. And we're all gonna meet in a child's pose. After this very last one, stay with if you can, drop the heels, open it up. Weight comes to mat, hands, knees come down, shift your weight back towards your heels, allow your forehead to rest. Take a moment here, fill your lungs up with air. Whew. Thank yourself for doing the work. And we are all done.